Good afternoon, everybody. David Shuster here on Take Action News. It is our second hour. Daniel Marins will sit in the big chair here in just a couple of minutes. But special welcome to everybody listening to us over WPWC 1480 AM in your nation's capital, and also to everybody who is listening and watching to us over our live YouTube channel, Take Action News TV. Some fascinating news for our city residents in D.C. that came out this week, and that is the ACLU analyzed some 10 years of FBI statistics and crime data and found that D.C. is locking up more people than ever for marijuana possession, and a disproportionate number of those people being arrested are African American. In fact, the report found that an African American is nearly eight times as likely to be arrested in D.C. for marijuana possession as a white person, even though every study has indicated that African Americans and whites in D.C. use marijuana at similar rates. Daniel Marins, you've been looking at this report. You are a resident of D.C. What do you make of it?
In certain neighborhoods in D.C., you can probably get away with walking around with a joint if you're not bothering anybody. And those neighborhoods are generally in the northwest quadrant of the city. It's shocking to me, the descriptions of these kind of undercover cop cars where people pop out and if they see someone smoking a joint on the street or what have you. That never happens in my neighborhood. And I think it might have something to do with the fact that, at least in recent years, there are a lot more white people in my neighborhood, and they know that they would have a lot more trouble getting away with it. There would be a lot more outrage. There would be a lot more power in the courts, perhaps, to stop it. I think the other factor probably is that based on income. And it's a lot harder if let's say you're living in a public housing block, to find space to get away from your parents to smoke pot inside. And so you're maybe more likely to be smoking that blunt or that spliff or what have you out on the street, on the corner, or maybe on the porch. Whereas a lot of people that are more privileged can do that in their basement or the privacy of their bedroom. I mean, I know I've been very open about that.
What's a blunt? What's a blunt or a spiff?
A blunt, okay. A blunt is actually a form of smoking pot that is probably more common originally to the ghetto, though has gone mainstream in recent decades, popularized in hip-hop, I would say. And the reason that it was popular in the ghetto is because what it is essentially you take a cigar and you cut it open, take out all the tobacco, and fill it with weed. And in the ghetto, that was especially popular, I think, because the weed is like lower quality, and so you get a ton of weed in there. And so it packs the punch that you need it to pack to get where you're trying to go. A spliff is a joint with a little bit of tobacco mixed in, and which helps it burn slower and more consistently. I
appreciate the clarification. Just want to make sure all of our listeners are able to follow this. And by the way, we're not encouraging or discouraging marijuana use. We're simply talking about it, trying to make sure you have all the information so you know what terms we're talking about.